Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes, and pay the right vendor. And this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is 3 sections you need in your vendor process desktop procedures. So if you're building or creating instructions for your vendor team to onboard new vendors and update existing vendors accurately and without introducing fraudulent data in your vendor master file, then this tip is for you. Not only will these desktop procedures provide training for new employees, but they will also serve as reference to your current employees to process vendor requests the same way and in accordance with approved procedures. So you need to make sure that they include sections that will help your team members use them. So here are 3 sections to include in these documents to ensure that happens. The first section is the table of contents. So for those of you familiar with Microsoft Word, it does have the functionality to create and update a table of contents based on the style of the font. So I use heading 1 and heading 2 to let Microsoft Word know what needs to be in the table of contents and where sub-items need to be nested. Now this provides your team with a quick link to the beginning of the topic, a time saver when the document can have many pages. The next one is security roles and access required. So do they need to access a specific role and object, thanks SAP, in your accounting system or ERP? Do they need access to the vendor maintenance folder on the share drive? Do they need a software license to access a tool or a website sign-in to perform vendor validations? This desktop procedure can become your one-stop shop for new team member onboarding. Now, the last section is a process map. This will serve as a visual showing the entire process covered in the desktop procedure from start, receiving the documents, to the end, updating the accounting system or ERP. That way, everyone can see the big picture. Now, if you want more tips on creating desktop procedures and want to download a free template of a desktop procedure, I will add a link to a blog post called Get Your Vendor Setup and Maintenance Desktop Procedures in Order in the description. If you would like more information on the vendor setup and maintenance process, please go to my website, debrarrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and bad vendor data. So good luck, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.